How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Unsigned Pop Punk Podcast. I'm your host, Patrick Tarnowski. With me, Brett Harvey Wheezy. And today, we've got Anthony Nardone, otherwise known as Mostly Okay on the show. Anthony, welcome, dude.
Welcome in, bud.
What's going on? Appreciate you
Wel-
guys having me.
Welcome in, bud. That was so Midwest of you, my guy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, I immediately was thinking of something like Letterkenny type stuff.
Oh,
Hey there, bud.
yeah. Hey there, bud.
Hey there,
How,
bud.
how are you now?
Oh yeah, that's good. You ever watch Letterkenny? Either of you?
Of
No.
course. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's the best.
My lifeblood.
Oh, it's so good. I highly recommend, Anthony, if you haven't watched it. It's so funny. It started out as just like super funny like YouTube videos. And then they're like, "Yep, this is awesome. Let's make a show out of it." It's called Letterkenny. It's like Canadians.
It's like Canadian Seinfeld.
Yeah.
I watched
You know?
these two Midwest guys on Instagram that are really funny. And
Oh,
of course I
yeah,
couldn't
like
think
the
of the
You
name.
Betcha guy
Like
and like
Yes,
Charlie
That's who they are.
Charlie Barons. Yep.
Charlie
Dude,
Barnes.
they're
Yeah.
funny.
Yep.
They're
They're
super
funny.
funny.
The Manitowoc Minute, his show that he used to have. Manitowoc is 20 minutes from where I live. So
Okay.
Charlie
Have you
Barons
s-
is a prized individual in these parts.
Have you seen their commercial that they did for Quick Trip?
No.
No.
Oh my God. It's so good. It's like, welcome into Quick Trip, bud. You come here for a pizza? No, I just came in to use the bathroom. Well, you better get yourself some Quick Aid. I mean, that's not it at all, but
Right.
it's similar to it's really funny. It's just their humor.
Yeah.
But I very much enjoy them.
Mhm.
And if you enjoy like their humor, like I said, Letterkenny,
Letterkenny is so
it
good.
is out. The show is fucking outrageous, though.
Yep.
And like for real,
It
it's
gets
a
unhinged
show.
real fast.
It's unhinged, but it's an unhinged show about nothing, just
Yeah.
like Seinfeld. That's what
Yep.
like.
I'm gonna make a note. Yeah,
It's
'cause
great, man.
I like
You-
Seinfeld and I like Midwest things. So
Oh, there you go.
You watch and then report back. That's how we do things here.
Okay.
All right. Speaking of uh cool things, you released your latest single, Fist Fight with Punxsutawney Phil, in
Yeah.
September. Tell us a bit about that song.
So that song was a work in progress for me for a really long time, and then really when I first started, mostly okay. I didn't know. I just knew I wanted it to be some sort of like pop punk and emo, like the stuff I grew up listening to. And then I think Punxsutawney Phil is like it's the beginning of I think where mostly okay is like finding its groove, I guess you could say. So it's like some of my other stuff is a little slower, and then
Yeah.
this one is kind of I guess it sets the tone more for me. I say that, and then like I'm working on a dream pop song right now. I kind of like I've been viewing mostly okay, especially since that song a little differently in the past few months. Just I thought I wanted to be a certain thing, and now I'm just like, yo, I just want to make music. I don't care what it
Yeah.
sounds like, but the
Yeah, because I would say Fist Fight's a bit more like easy core type vibes,
yeah,
which is
so
kicks ass,
let me ask you a question because this is a comment that I get a bunch. I get no matter if it's YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, when I post my original songs, I get a lot that I sound like the dude from Rise Against. I don't hear it, but I love Rise Against. But that is like the main thing that people say. I don't hear
Uh,
it at all.
I don't hear it either. Um,
Right.
but I think a lot of people gravitate towards something that they know. So like
Right.
my thoughts are like I would say something more along the lines of like 4 years strong, you know?
Okay.
But when you're looking at the level of a band, right?
Yeah.
Rise Against is all over the fucking radio. So
Yeah.
They're
when
they're
you're just
borderline
getting,
mainstream.
yeah, so
Right.
when you're getting like, those like I don't know how to like a normie, like just a
No,
person that, you know
yeah,
what I mean? Like just not somebody that's super into the scene, but it's like most people be like, "Oh, you play music. Oh, so you're like Blink 182." Well, I mean,
Right.
I'm
right,
not, but
right,
that's
yeah,
what they know. And
yeah.
so since you have like more aggressive type vocals, a normie might go, "Oh, you sound like Rise Against." So I guess that would be my
Right.
interpretation of
That
why.
makes
Well,
that
I
makes
was,
sense.
yeah, I was gonna say too. My mom,
Yeah,
not very well versed in like the pop punk scene, right? I
right.
also make my own music, and she saw Youngblood on one of the late night shows, like when like this last month or so, and she's like, "Oh, he sounds a lot like you," and I'm like, "No, mom, he really doesn't." But it's just because of like that association,
Right. Yeah.
yeah, like Pat was saying, like people
It's
know Rise Against so much more than they do,
Yeah,
kind of a niche
it's the
band.
normie mindset, man.
Yeah.
Because I have a homie back in Atlanta where I'm from, where we can be on the phone even till today for 2 and 3 hours at a time, talking like the most nerd shit about the subgenres of music
Yeah.
and where things started. And it's when my fiance hears it, she's just like, "You guys are ridiculous."
Well,
Like,
and she's probably like, I don't know if you know this, but you guys are just emo. I just want you to know that. You're just emo.
Right.
Because everything to a normie is emo.
yeah,
That's just it. You know what I mean? Like Hot Topic took all of these genres and subgenres and it made it emo.
Yep.
It's Hot Topic's fault.
Yep.
yeah,
Thanks, Hot Topic. Love
dude,
you.
Yeah.
they're unrecognizable now.
It's weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's for like anime kids.
Yeah,
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
I was in a Hot Topic like a year ago, and and yeah, it still has like, I mean, the big walls of like band tees and all that. But yeah, you're right. It's like it's all just like random like fandoms, like
Hmm.
you
Well,
know.
back in the day, it used to be a big wall of band tees. You
Hmm.
could only afford one, and there was like 30 that you were like, man, I
Yep.
really want that one. And now it's like they might have some retro
Right.
WWF wrestler in there, like
Right.
a Stone Cold t-shirt or
There's
something. And you're
some
like, okay,
bitchin'
well,
Limp Bizkit or Corn T-shirt,
yeah, yeah,
like
and that's about as far as it goes now.
yeah.
But I remember they had the thing, and maybe I'm showing my age here, but they had the thing where you could take a CD and then put like they had a headphone, like a
Yep.
couple of headphone things, and then you
Yep.
could scan the barcode and
Yep.
listen to like a preview.
Yep. I
Dude, I
remember
used to
that.
go in there and
I
just do
remember that,
that.
dude.
Hear
Yeah.
I
CDs.
can't remember there because yeah, I mean that was like, I mean that was obviously very well before like Spotify, maybe even
Oh yeah.
before
Oh
like
yeah.
maybe even before like the kind of iPod era, or around there. But I
It was
remember, yeah,
probably
like
around it.
yeah, but I remember going into like Hot Topic and like well,
If you want,
I remember when we still had album stores that weren't just like vinyl stores, like when we had
yeah,
like
Sam
Sam
Goody.
Goody and
Yeah.
well,
We had
there's the other,
Backstage
Music Land.
Music.
yep,
Yeah.
Sam Goody was
Um,
my shit, man.
to age myself, like, 'cause I don't care about I age myself on a regular basis. When I worked at Hot Topic,
Oh,
Oh, bud, I didn't know this.
it was the scary place. I was the most
Yeah,
nor like I was the pop punk kid working with all the goth kids. Like
right.
it was when the fucking like the archway was like spider web and terrifying looking
Yep,
yep.
and
yep,
and you went that's when like parents would go in there and be like get your fuck
right.
out of here,
Back when
kids.
it was like
This is
super edgy.
Satan's hellhole, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
Uh
yeah.
but like I was wearing my fucking Dickies because I was just Blink 182 at that point.
Hmm.
And, but like it had my, fucking studded wristband and yeah, but then like everybody else was like fucking gothed out to shit, man. And it was a scary place and I loved it so much.
Yeah, it was great. I don't
Now
Since
know.
since
you go in
since
there and it has like Nightmare Before Christmas music
Right,
playing all
yeah.
year round.
Oh
right,
yeah, when I worked there it was all like fuck everything.
Yeah.
right.
You
Like
know?
just industrial metal left and right. Like,
Yeah, or
uh,
that's where I heard. So there's this dude there that his name was Matt O. He's a cool dude. So like he's a tattoo artist now. But he introduced me to so much good music like Hot Rod Circuit and the original All American Rejects. Like,
Yeah.
so I got a copy of the All American Rejects first CD before they had an actual drummer. So if you knew and you heard the first original All American Rejects like
Yep.
album, it was it was computer drums.
Yep.
There was no drummer on it.
Yep. I remember those.
Yeah.
Their
So
first
I
record
had that.
wasn't their record with Swing Swing on it, was it?
Yeah, that was the
Yeah,
first album.
that
Yeah.
was the first
Th-
one, but that
Yep.
oh,
it was
that was
like
program drums.
the originally, and then
Right.
they re-recorded it, added real drums to it,
Yep. Which is
and
in,
that's when it got popular.
which is interesting because I remember the opening track on that record was My Paper Heart. It starts starts with that
Yeah.
electronic that drum loop.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw them at Warp Tour that year, and they played. I mean, they were not huge. Move Along wasn't out yet, but like
Right.
it was such a wild thing to look back on because they played on like a very small side stage at the time, and like they were blowing up kind of at the time. The Swing Swing was huge, but like they weren't like Move Along, like Gives You Hell era All American Rejects, and just looking back, it was nuts. Like
So
maybe 100 people.
I always watched this channel called Fuse.
Oh yeah, dude,
And
Fuse was the
yes,
shit.
so Fuse was the shit. And
Yeah.
then they were always on Fuse,
Mm-hmm.
Swing Swing, and then what was the other big one? It was like the big one off that record.
Well, Swing Swing was the big one on that record. But they also
Yeah.
had the last song on that record. But
The
then
last song
Yes,
that was
the last
that was
song.
last
Yeah.
song
that's
was the other single.
that's
That was
my favorite. I
yeah,
love
that's
that
one of their
song.
best songs. Yeah.
It was like every time I put on Fuse, I could guarantee to hear Try Honesty by Billy Talent
Yep.
and Swing Swing.
Yep.
And Billy Talent, I mean, to pull a name from the past,
They were
Billy
fucking
Talent,
cool.
that record with Try Honesty on it, if you guys haven't listened to that
It's
in a long
great.
time,
It's
go
a
back
great
and listen
album.
to that. Holy
I
shit.
think I listened to that record. I mean, it was well after like the record had been out. I'm talking like 10 years after it came out. Someone was
Yeah.
like, dude, have you ever listened to Billy Talent like more than just like the one big song? I was like, no. They're like, dude, you have to.
Oh,
So I did, and it's really fucking good.
dude,
There were so many
rips.
gems back then that like
Yeah.
I would just went,
Rips.
yeah. No, I was the same way though, because yeah, Fuse was the shit. Like it was
Oh yeah.
like, yeah,
Well, it's because Fuse was still playing music videos, and
mhm.
around that time is when MTV was kind of giving that up.
Yep.
Yep,
They
yep.
went to
So,
reality.
mm-hmm,
So,
mm-hmm. But yeah,
yeah,
I think it's on you now.
I think it probably is on, yeah, but
I got lost where we're at.
yep, no, no, it's all on me. Um, so kind of bringing it back to what we were talking about earlier with just music, and whatnot. Um, do you have like a new album or EP or anything that you're like hammering out right now or working on?
So I have like three songs that I'm working on right now, and I kind of had to like put a pause on everything. So I moved from Virginia, moved all the way across the country to Idaho,
Right,
and then now in the place that I'm calling my studio, I'm building my studio out, but it's like I'm not sure if you can hear it, super reverby. I haven't built any sort of sound like panels.
right,
Um, and I have three songs instrumentally like ready to go. I just have no vocals for them, and I'm in no position to record vocals. So
right,
I'm not really working on an EP or a CD. Even though I'm an old head, I kind of don't see the point in like
Sure.
this kind of weird social media music thing that we're in now. I don't see the point. And so to me, I'm just gonna release singles, and then I try to release music videos for all of my singles. I'm still old head in that way, even though like music videos really don't get to play anymore.
right.
So
Right.
but yeah, that's so long story short, I got three instrumentals. I'm just waiting to soundproof my studio, and then I'll be recording vocals on them.
Hell yeah. I was gonna say,
Well,
man, honestly, like with that 7B, just put a blanket over yourself, you'll be set. I
yeah.
like I record my vocals in here. It's not very treated at all, but like I just yeah, I mean these things are so close proximity. You got this.
Oh yeah. Um, but like you're just a piggyback of what you're saying. Like I think music videos are still like very important. It's just
Right,
important in a different way, like because whether or not like they're massive, they're not like it's not like the huge like music videos on TV and stuff anymore, but everyone still wants to see them. You know, it's
Right.
Right.
still like one of those things that like, well, do you have a music video? No. Well, why? Well, why not? Well, I don't know, because it costs a lot of fucking money. Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is too is because I don't edit my music videos. I have a guy in Virginia that actually does a really good job filming and editing. His name's Kid Nick. Shout out. But what I've noticed is when I'm making like vertical content for TikTok or Instagram or YouTube or whatever, anytime that I make a vertical edit of my music video, it does significantly worse than if I were to go out in my backyard and whisper sing into a microphone plugged into nothing. You know, like if I do that, I'm getting way more views
That's
than like
crazy.
a video where like my most recent music video, we had a lowrider crew out there, a lowrider club obsession in Atlanta. So dude, we had like 10 to 15 badass lowriders. We had a chopper crew that was there, like riding their bikes and popping wheelies on Harleys, and like the lowriders going up and down like crazy, man. There's so many people involved, and it was so cool. And then it's like for whatever reason, it just doesn't get the love. But if I go outside in front of my front door and just like sing into the phone or something, like it's just like, oh, everybody connects with that for some reason. It's really
yeah.
weird.
Yeah, this world we live in right now doesn't make any sense. Like
No.
anywhere,
No.
in any capacity.
Right.
It's all fucking dumb and it's all fucking weird.
It's true.
It's perfect for emos like us.
Right.
We're all just trying to figure it out as we go. um, but like under the banner of Mostly Okay, you had released uh your song Change of Pace like back in 2023, and you kind of talked about this a little bit, but how would you say like your music has changed or evolved since you first started releasing that music?
So it's I learned how to record. I learned how to mix and master a lot better, thanks to my homie Lee in Tennessee. And to be honest, it's like those first few songs, I was so eager, and I was so excited because I got, the new computer, the new DAW. I was learning how to record. I really just kind of shit, change of pace and are you listening out? Like change of pace, I wrote about, moving because I had moved then too. But it was kind of something that was like built up in me that as soon as I had the opportunity, it was just like boom, everything came out. And I recorded those two songs at the same time. And now, I mean, now I'm like I'm such I'm not a perfectionist, but I care a lot more. It's not that I didn't then, but it's just I care
Well, you're
a lot more about the song structure, I guess.
and you're I mean just like coming off of that, like your quality is just also evolved. You know, you can see
Yeah.
that you've learned a lot, especially with that, and like your videos are fucking great looking.
Thanks, dude.
So,
Yeah, that's something I take a lot of pride in, man. And I'm not trying to be like the next internet dude or like the next famous person. And I really don't have any plans on playing any shows. You know, I was in a metalcore band back in the day and we toured and playing shows was fun, but it's just not what I want to do anymore. But I guess like for me, and I've said this before, but for me, it's like, man, I want something that like my kids and my grandkids can look back and look at Pop's resume of like all these different bands that
Oh
I've
yeah.
been in because like there's videos of me on YouTube from 17 years ago playing shows. And I've done different projects and I've had music videos in all of them. And then you can just kind of go through and see all the stuff I've done. And if it like, encourages like my grandson or something to pick up a guitar and be like, I want to be like Pop, like that would be cool. That would be cool for me, you know?
hell yeah, man.
I love
That's
that.
fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. Um, we kind of talked a little bit about like social media and whatnot, and you've been getting a lot of traction on social media, but like how much time do you think you are actually spending on social media, like compared to like the music aspect of things?
So at this point, I'm essentially farming.
Yeah.
I call it my funnel. So I made a video a while back, I think in April, that went viral and it got me a bunch of attention and it got me a lot more followers. And then like I wasn't even I just made it like it was a video, it was that girl crashing out on the cop
Yeah.
or whatever. And
Yeah.
like I've seen people like Abiotic John, he's kind of like the pioneer, stuff like this, do like the breakdowns over people crashing out or whatever. And I just made it for my brother. Like my brother sent it to me and was like, "Yo, this girl has awesome pipes. You should do something." I posted it at like 12 a.m. at night and then woke up and it was at like 800,000 views, which was like nuts to me. But it got a lot more people onto my page and listening to my original music, which I was like, "Okay, cool." Because before that, I was struggling to get over 800 views.
Right.
And I used to do like vocal covers and stuff like that. And when you attach your name onto a band or onto a song, it kind of helps with the algorithm, kind of push it out there a
Obviously,
little
yeah.
more. So with my vocal covers, I had gotten quite a bit of a bump, but with this, I'd never gotten a bump like this before. So I was like, okay, well, let me use this as the funnel into whatever the mostly okay ecosystem is, and then start feeding them. It's like my spider web, right?
Hmm.
And then when everybody comes in, I just kind of start to feed them my own stuff. And then that's what made me start thinking of mostly okay a little differently, instead of just being like a pop punk like emo project. I just kind of started looking at it as more of media instead of
Sure.
like something so confined to a band. So now I do the funny videos. They obviously do the best because you don't have to like a certain type of music to think something's funny.
Hmm.
Right.
So that's kind of like a gaming the system. And then on top of that, like I come from metal. Like I like my
Yeah.
my history is in
Clear.
metal.
If you've watched any of those videos, that's very clear.
Yeah, right. So it's like, and that's what's crazy. It's like I've always been in metal bands, but I've always kind of been this like emo kid that listened to Silverstein and like Hawthorne Heights and stuff. Like that's just kind of in middle school what I was listening to at the time. So when I got the opportunity to make my own music and to make my own decisions and things, I was like, well, this is what I want to do, and I don't have to go to anybody about it. But the social media, man, I'm like making content for social media, and then now I got sent a guitar from GOC, and I'm starting to work with them a little more, and I want to do right by them. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like I want to make sure that they entrusted me to send me a guitar, and is like I want to be like a good steward of their name.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
now it's like I want to put out stuff. There's a little bit of pressure. It's not like applied, but there's like pressure in my head that's like, hey man,
Right.
you're starting to get free stuff from these companies for a
Yep.
reason. You need to be putting out good stuff for them. So long-winded way to say I'm spending more time making stuff for social media than on my actual stuff.
Right.
I will justify that very terribly by saying that's because I haven't built out my studio. Um, but at the same time, not taking any steps to build out my studio. So,
Right.
Right. Right. Right.
Hey man, if it works for you, that's what matters, right? Like
yeah,
making it work.
Right.
yeah.
And I mean, I've seen your at least one of your videos like about that new guitar you got. And like I said, like it's shot beautifully. It looks really cool.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah. So like,
Thanks. Yeah, I gotta figure out how to be, because I really don't want to be like the, hey guys, like like
oh,
that
like
dude on YouTube or whatever.
the ad people.
But well, it's not
Yeah.
even the ad people. Like and like a lot of people hate on it, but I don't. Like I understand it from a business
Well,
perspective,
yeah, you
from
gotta make
the
money.
company. Yeah, from like the creator standpoint who has to make money, and then the company standpoint who it's much cheaper to pay a creator to do that. Either it's
Totally.
it's it's a help me help you situation. But like I never wanted to be like a hate like a YouTube dude. But I'm starting to think, just because I have like the knowledge of all the tech, and I can, it's like maybe I should put some energy into that and see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put some feelers out.
I mean, you have the skill, you have the equipment. It's not a bad idea for it to look into. Like a lot of people do both, you know, like I'm sure you know of Jared Dines and, you know,
Oh yeah,
shit like that, you know, like he does
the
both
Andrew
and he's,
Bana.
yeah, you know, like there's so many of them that like have done really fucking cool stuff in both, you know, worlds. So, you know, it's not a bad path to traverse.
No, no.
Uh, but you brought this up. This was a question I had, and I dug as hard as I could trying to find it. So like I was like, okay, this dude either came out of the fucking ether or he was obviously in bands before this. I cannot find it based off of mostly okay or his fucking name, so I guess I just have to ask. So like what bands were you in or what was your, you know, claim to fame per se or like what would you spend your time doing?
So, my last band, the one that I toured with, and the one that I actually took seriously as like playing live shows and stuff. It was a metalcore band called Face All Fears,
Okay.
and I started it in high school, and I think we were a band for about 9 or 10 years. And what really popped off with that was we had gotten a famous singer of a big metalcore band at the time. I'm not going to mention the band or mention the dude because he ended up screwing us over royally.
Whoops.
But so he helped us out in a really big way. He ended up recording vocals for us, and he kind of presented it to the world as like this is his band. And then we put out a record with him, and he got Vincent from the Acacia Strain on it, and he got Frankie from Amur on it. And this is at the time
Wow.
when both of those dudes are beefing, and then like vocal spots were kind of rare then.
Yeah.
Right.
So it
Oh yeah.
really kind of like threw us up in the air. And then he ended up making a merch store, you know, essentially putting it out on MySpace and everything. And then once the money started coming in, we just didn't hear from him again.
That's fun.
But yeah, yeah. And then but he helped us in that he got our name out there, and he got us on like some minor label. It got us some major label offers that we declined, and we got on a minor label and did some small tours. And really when we pulled the plug on Face All Fears was when we had like full US tours booked, and we were like support for a lot of bands that are like pretty big now. So yeah, so that's that one. And if you look it up, you'll see the dude that we had in our band that
I've
ended
been
up doing that to us.
I've been doing some digging over here trying to figure it out.
Yeah, so type in Face All Fears, and then our record was 2 years to live. And then like maybe in like the description of something you should be able to see the dude who did the vocals for that record. And
Oh, I see.
that record,
I see you and your little bald head.
hey, yeah, dude. Yeah, yeah. So that was after. That was after. Look up 2 years. Yeah, like it's like a yellow cover or something like that. But that like yeah, it didn't really go well. And when all that happened, man, I was getting all these like hundreds of messages on MySpace. Like, yo, I ordered my shirt
Oh, I
two
see.
months ago.
I
Mm.
Yeah,
see. I have a connection with that band as well too, believe it or not.
really.
Yeah.
A
Um,
bad one?
no, not bad actually.
Okay, okay.
Without
Dude,
without
I love the band. That's why
yeah,
we reached out to him.
right.
We couldn't believe he was like,
I
yeah.
just saw them earlier this year, believe it or not. Um,
He was
but
like, yeah, I'd love to be a part of your band, and I was like, no way.
no, um, what was I gonna say? The guy, so my old band did a record, and the guy who did did the who we recorded with, really good friend of ours. He was also at the time the front of house sound engineer for Soulfly and Sepultura,
Oh,
and
tight.
he was doing a festival with this other band, and he was
Hmm.
mixing one of our songs, and yeah, he came. I think it was actually this guy came on to the bus, was like, "Oh, what you doing?" And like kind of showed him our record, and there's this joke like line in there that I had made our singer put in that we were gonna take out in the final cut, and he heard that, he's like, "Oh no, dude, you got to keep that in. That's fucking sick." So we ended up keeping it in the record, but yeah, not nearly as like like heavily connected as you, but yeah,
Dude, I
kind
mean,
of interesting though, you know.
yeah, yeah. So like when we agreed to do everything, like we flew him down. He stayed with us for a week, and he drank all of our booze, every bit of it. And I mean, like bottles that we had, like we were just some like broke kids, man. Bottles that we had like in the freezer. We lived in a shack on a river, and he just comes in, and then like he had great vocals, and then left, and then made all these promises, and made a sign to his record label, which was really just a eulogy contract with his new record label on it, and then did the merch store, and then just left, and I haven't heard from him since. Dude, that was in like 2007, 8,
Jeez.
9, something like that. But
Yeah.
after that, I mean, like we got a bunch of we got a big push, you know, and then we
Yeah.
just
Right.
decided I ended up moving to vocals at some point, and
Hmm.
stuff started taking off, and then we just kind of pulled the plug on it, and then so that's Face All Fears, and that's like where my start was in
Sure.
metalcore, and then one of my homies who was in that band, Patrick Snyder, who had done drums on like the My Children, My Bride records back in the day. He started like his project, his like solo project is called Hollower, Hollower. And he wanted me to do the vocals. And so we did that. And like this was before Sleep Token.
Hmm.
So like
Mm.
we never showed our faces. And then anytime that we did, we always had masks on. It's like 2015, 2016 or something.
Right.
And and we never attached our names to it. And we're actually going to be, it's like death metal though, man. It's like, it's heavy, it's
Fuck
fast,
yeah.
it's insane. It's insane. And we got like music videos for that are dope too, man. Like I try to connect myself with good music videos. And
Yeah.
we're actually going to be putting out some more songs here recently, but that's kind of like Face All Fears was like my baby. Hollower is like his baby. He
Sure.
basically writes everything. I kind of help with composition and then just write lyrics and do the vocals. And then Mostly Okay is like my thing. And then the cool thing about it is when it comes to the music videos, I just hit up my old homies that were in Face All Fears. And like everybody in my music video, for the most part, was at some point in Face All Fears, but none of them were ever in the band at the same time. So so when like the first time we got together, they were like they were introducing themselves. Like my bassist was like, hey, my name's Anthony, Face All Fears, 2011 to 2013. You know, like, and it was like they each had like a year span where they were involved. But those guys are sick, man. And I just sent them the songs, and Mikey, the drummer, just rips them out. And Kyle, a guy I have helping me produce, he was never in the band, but he's been a big help to me. Everybody just learns their part, and then they gets ready. And when I fly down, we record cool music videos, man. It's awesome.
That's cool, man.
Oh
That's
yeah.
awesome.
So I feel like I could probably take some guesses here. But you know, I mean, we talked about like your you know your kind of some of your older projects, but like what bands or musicians like kind of inspired you to like to start making music to begin with?
So like back then,
Yeah, or really just kind of in general, you know, like back then or even now, you know, like
I
what?
I'd say like back then, like when I first started learning how to play guitar when I was 13, which is terrible considering how awful I am at it at 34. But so like at the time, is like I was really into Good Charlotte and Simple Plan and stuff like that, and Linkin
You
Park.
can
Linkin
really
Park was
hear
huge
that
for me.
inspiration in your metalcore music.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, no, I was just being.
I was about to
You-
say, well, no.
I was,
No,
sorry.
I was about to say, like, as a guitar player, like when I picked up guitar and learned these Simple Plan and Good Charlotte songs, I was like, well, these are just a couple chords, and
Yeah.
this is not the guitar player I want to be. So I instantly went from like Good Charlotte, Simple Plan to As I Lay Dying,
Oh,
Right.
there
and
you go.
then
Hell yeah.
and then As I Lay Dying, that like morphed into Kill Switch Engage, and then All That Remains, and As Blood Runs Black, and then I was just like I was just a fire hose of metalcore, early 2000s metalcore, which was like the peak time for it. So
It's
I
my
would say
favorite.
like
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. It was popping
yeah.
off then.
So I would say like As I Lay, Kill Switch, Hate Breed,
Nice.
that older Bury Your Dead type stuff. That was
Oh
really
yeah,
pivotal
there you
for
go.
me and Face All Fears. And then with Mostly Okay, um, really it was just kind of some newer projects, but Movements, to be honest with you, like
Okay.
Movements is just it's so crazy. The record Feel Something was like it was the perfect evolution of what I stopped listening to in 10th grade, like that kind of emo stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I guess there was like a big gap and like bands had come up, but I was never interested in them. But like Movements to me, like bridged that gap from like
Yeah.
2010 until modern day. And, uh, and then there was this band and they're not a very big band, but, it's kind of like a social media thing. The dude plays shows, but it's just a band called Flake.
Okay,
Flake is dope. And then Good Terms is another band. Then these are
Good
all
Terms
kind of
is
modern
awesome.
stuff.
Love them.
Sure.
And then honestly, dude, the homie Lil U's is dope,
Oh yeah, love
you
Little
know.
Used. Yeah.
So it's I was just kind of seeing all these different things, and then being like, man, I've never made music like this, and this is the music I listen to the most, and I wanted to give it a shot.
Hell yeah, man. Um, have you listened to the new As I Lay Dying song?
No, no, no,
Okay.
no. Dude, I'm more stoked. So no to As Lay Dying. That I feel like that like the last record they put out to me was Shadows Our Security,
Yeah.
and there's
Okay.
nothing else has existed since.
Right. I mean, it's really just
Uh,
Tim at this point, right?
yeah,
Everyone's always quitting now. Like, there's no like. I feel like the
The last
last
the
longest.
last album was like their full band, I believe, the original band.
It might have been, but everyone left after.
Yeah, after that
After
album,
that,
yeah.
like their,
there's
I feel like it was like their last like super like original member that wasn't Tim. Like finally was
Yeah.
like fuck this guy and left.
Oh yeah.
there's no evolution to the music though, and I hate to
Right.
speak ill about it, but like with kind of like the modern metal riffs that are coming out now, it's like you're still putting out riffs that could have been on Frail Words Collapse, and I'm just
Right.
like, well, I'll just listen to Frail Words Collapse.
Right. Right.
That's
Yeah.
fair. That's fair.
Just great album.
Yeah.
Me and my
Yeah.
homies like we ate that shit up back then.
Oh yeah.
Like that
Yeah.
and like Kill Switch. Like I bet like when Howard first joined Kill Switch, I remember everyone's like minds were like blown because everyone already loved Kill Switch. With Jesse, is that the
Yeah,
original singer's name?
Jesse.
Yeah. And then Howard came out and like everyone's minds just like creamed their jeans, you know. It was
Yeah,
just
so I got exposed to Kill Switch on that first Howard record, which was
End of Heartache,
uh
right?
in Heartache, yeah.
Yep.
And I ate that up for a long time, and it wasn't until later that I kind of discovered Alive or Just Breathing, the one before that with Jesse,
Yeah.
and I like that record much more
It's
than
a great
Heartache.
album. I mean, My
Oh,
Last
it's heavy.
Serenade might be my favorite song of theirs of all
It's
time.
heavy. Yeah,
Did
dude.
you hear or have you? I'm sure you probably have, but when it was, I don't know if it was like the most recent record or one of their more recent records, they because Jesse's singing for them again, right?
Mhm.
But they brought Howard in on a
Hmm.
track too. So they had both Jesse and Howard on track. And it
Oh
it,
no.
it is one
It's
honestly
so
my
good.
it is one of the best songs I've ever written. It's
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't remember the name.
yeah, but crap, what's it called? It's a
That's
good
dope.
fucking it's a great song though. You gotta check it because you got Howard, you got Jesse. It's
Speaking of like that collaboration though,
yeah.
did have you either of you heard the project of Howard and Jared Dines?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I didn't
That's
know that was a
fucking
thing.
yeah. I was
No.
like, no way. That's kick ass.
Dude, it's cool. It's definitely like internet, like kind of internet based, which I
Oh
dig.
yeah.
The new release that I'm like the most stoked about right now is the Starting Line is putting out new music,
Mm.
Yes, it's well.
Hmm.
and
I think
they're
I
good.
think the new record came out like a week or two ago, didn't
Yep.
it?
Oh, did
Did.
it?
I think
Yep. The
so.
whole
Yeah.
the record's out. Yeah.
Yep. I've got a story
Whatever,
about them too. I stayed at their house for a couple days once when I was on tour.
That's
dude.
really cool.
Yeah.
I'd I'd love to have like a conversation with Kenny, talk
Yeah.
about what his
Yeah.
inspirations are.
Yeah.
But like whatever, I can't remember the name of those songs, but like Say It Like You Mean It was one of the most pivotal records in pop
Yes.
punk ever.
Yes.
And it's kind of funny, like you put it on at 34 years old, and you're like, oh,
Still
like I
hits.
still like it. I still like it. The music's still good,
Oh, it
but it's
still
like
hits.
I
Yep.
can't really like sing along like I used to and feel okay with
It's
myself.
okay. I don't think any of those guys can hit those notes anymore, so it's all right. You know.
But like,
But
dude, this new jam is like insane. It's so
Yeah,
good.
it's I have not listened to the whole record. I think like I'm looking at it right now on Spotify. It looks like it came out like like
A couple
well,
weeks ago.
no, it came out a month ago. Came out September
Oh, really?
26th. Yeah, holy shit.
Hmm.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
It reminds me though of like Direction, right? Like that record,
Like
but
all of their records are really good, and they're
mhm,
all
different.
different and involving.
Yep.
Like Direction is so good, but it's
Yep.
so different.
It's
Like,
very different.
Is Direction the one with Island on it?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, yeah, yeah.
Yep. That was
That
like,
was different. That
yep.
was different.
I
Yep.
don't like my favorite song on that album. I don't remember which one exactly it is, but I think it's Somebody's Gonna Miss Us, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, but I think that's
Uh
a song. Yep.
or it's Birds actually. I think it's
Birds.
something like
Birds is one of my favorites.
it's
Yeah.
it's so it was not one of the big hits, and it just had this like part in the end that I was like, "Oh fuck, this is the song."
Yep.
Um but
Yep.
like based on a true story is absolutely incredible.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that album is better than Say It Like You Mean It, but
I think it's a
it's
cohesive record, and from a songwriting standpoint, I think you're right. I still love Say It Like You Mean It. Like,
Yeah, but
but
say it
but
like you mean it. It's like pivotal because it's nostalgic and it's
right,
so
exactly. That's
it's
exactly what it
so
is.
monumental. To
right.
me, I think for modern pop punk, like I mean, I love Newfound. I've seen Newfound a bunch,
Yep.
and Newfound's
Oh yeah.
huge for pop punk too. But
Yep.
like, there's something about that. What say like you mean it come out in '02 or '03 or something like that. I
Yep.
mean,
Something around
like
there. Yep.
I'm 11, 12 years old.
To
You
oh
know,
02.
like
Right.
Yeah.
That was my
'02.
first Warp tour. I
Good.
remember I think I saw
Ah.
them on that Warp tour actually that year.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I
Same.
think of it. Um, yeah.
Same. Yeah. I mean, my all-time will always be For the Starting Line with Hopes of Starting Over, the first EP.
Yep.
Yeah.
Of course.
It's just my favorite. It's just my favorite. I fucking love it. I love the version of Saddest Girl Story on it more than on Say It Like You Mean It, just because it's they changed the tempo of the chorus, and I think that's because they probably didn't record this to a click.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah.
Right.
so so I just, but I mean, their cover of Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now,
Yeah.
baby, like
Yeah.
baby, I love that.
Yep.
It's so
Dude,
good.
they changed the tempo. This is something that always stuck out to me about their song "Leaving." The
Yep.
chorus on the tempo,
Yep.
Oh,
or the
but that's
tempo
what
on the
it was.
The
chorus.
the,
That's
in,
what it was.
the intro to
Yeah.
the rest of the song was different.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
how there's no transition.
Yeah.
It's
They
just
just
dun dun,
right in.
and they go
Yep.
right
Yeah.
into it. Oh,
Yep.
dude, that like
That's
something about that hits so hard.
that's what I was thinking of, not
It's
Saddest Girl
Okay,
Story.
okay,
it's
Yeah,
yeah,
interesting because on that original recording, like it was you had that
faster.
it was
Yeah,
well, it had that tempo change in there still, and I feel like when they went to actually do the record, then they're like, well, we still like the different tempos, so let's just tempo map it, and
yeah,
so they
but
had
it's
the
like
intro.
dan dan dan. It like slowed down. It slows
Yep.
it down, and I'm just like, oh man, I don't like that as
Yep.
much.
I was in a band once where like like the guy writing the music had no sense of tempo. He would write parts, so he
yeah,
Yeah,
and it was
same.
it was the
That's
same.
me.
It was kind of like that where you'd have like a verse at like one tempo, and then the chorus would be a different, not only a different tempo, but like a completely different feel too. Made no sense, but like, hey, you know what? We were young, we had no idea what we're doing.
Hmm.
but
But
you can still hear stuff like that too because I kind of come from like the same line.
yep,
You can hear stuff like that too in bands that I guess like you can call them indie,
yep,
but it's almost like an immature or amateur writing style that to me is more genuine than
yep,
following the golden formulas.
right. I
And I
was
like
yeah,
stuff like that to where
Yeah,
like when you hear a part and it's not exactly like a great like it's not that it's not a great part, but it's just like something that like you would write in your basement and that you weren't trying to verse chorus verse bridge, you
yep,
know. And like I really like it when I hear that stuff in bands.
right. I was watching, I can't remember what it was, but it was an interview with Mark Tremonti from Creed, and they're talking about how, like, when they recorded, I think when they recorded Higher, just in general, that era, they weren't playing to a metronome or a click track. Like, they were naturally just that good at staying, like in the pocket, but like naturally, like the tempo would kind of fluctuate by a couple BPM. And even like bands like AC/DC weren't always recording with a metronome. They were just so locked in, but it gave it
Yeah.
such like an organic feel. And nowadays when bands try to do that, they go into the studio and like they'll be recording to a click track, but to kind of mimic that same feel, they'll tempo map it. So maybe the verses are like, like 93 BPM, and then they get to the chorus and they want it to be a little faster, so they bump it up to like 95 or 96 BPM. And it's
Yeah.
just interesting that they're trying to mimic that same thing while also like mechanicalizing it, you know.
Yeah, and AC/DC too. They like their guitars are out of tune
Oh yeah.
on all the
Oh yeah.
recordings. Like
Yeah.
it's all like semitones. It's like they
Yep.
tuned it once at the beginning of the session and then
Yep.
just let it ride.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is I would say, and this is just realistic, I don't think most bands are good enough anymore to go to a recording studio and record at the same level as like an AC/DC or anything
Right.
like that. Because you don't have to be anymore.
No.
That's exactly it.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
like to be that good, AC/DC and every other band from up until the 90s, right? Like or fucking 2000s, you had to
Yeah.
go practice and
Mhm.
practice and practice and practice your band like hundreds of times,
Yep.
thousands of times before you even went and played a show, before you thought about recording a song. Nowadays you can record a fucking album on your phone. You
Right.
know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like you don't
Dude,
have to be good anymore.
Right.
that's what's crazy because when Face Off Ears was a thing, like it was right when the tech started to get cheap enough to where bands started to use it and use it for practice, but we never did it. So we'd meet in like a weekend and like write a song, and then would hope you would remember it 2 weeks later when the next band practice was.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Like hope and then like a lot of practice the next practice was like what was that thing that we did right there,
Hmm.
like
Right.
it was so cool.
Yeah,
But
there
now I
wasn't.
mean
Yeah.
it's a double-edged sword though because now in my basement just alone I can put out mixes that I mean even just 15 years ago would have cost 20-30 thousand dollars to make.
Hmm.
Right.
Same thing with music videos too, man. Like we kind of take for granted drones and stuff like that to get those extra shots. That used to be a helicopter filled with fuel,
Yeah.
you know?
Right.
Like that was $100,000 a day to get that shot. And then
Right.
now you can almost apply it at a pace just technologically across the entire media and it makes it to where you have an influx of stuff because it is so accessible and it all sounds so good. But then too, it's like you also have an influx of bands that are maybe not as good that are appearing to be good. And I would say to what you said about how no bands could do that, I would say the only band probably today, probably not the only band, I'm sure there's some out there, but I think Coheed is in
Mhm.
that realm
Oh,
of
I
bands
mean,
bands
but
that could do
Coheed
that.
was
Yep.
around well before that time, you know?
Right.
And
Yeah, for sure.
but like I said, I want to take it back. I didn't say all bands. I said
Right.
most bands. I
Right.
Most.
want to
Yeah,
be
no,
very
you said
clear that
most, man.
Right.
You said
there are
most.
very, very talented artists and bands out there.
Yep.
I'm just saying most bands, like newer bands, you know,
Right.
Yeah.
you don't have to be. There are some like good terms. 100% can do that.
Yeah.
That band can do that,
Yeah,
but
no
not
joke.
everybody can.
Periphery.
Yeah, periphery.
I mean, I think they can probably get away without playing it, you know.
Yeah, I mean there are definitely bands that can do that. But I would say for the majority of bands couldn't just like put out a cohesive excellent sounding record just like being in a room and going record.
Right.
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 Well, I mean, because that makes it harder. And
Yeah.
why would you make something harder?
Yeah,
Right.
why do hard?
Why
We
Why
do
don't
do
have to
hard?
hard?
hard
Why do
anymore.
hard when can do easy?
When can do
Can do
easy.
when can do easy.
But yeah,
That's
I
true
mean
though. I mean, yeah,
the
you know,
world's changed and that's
I
fine.
went to school for audio engineering over a decade ago now. Well, 15 years ago is when I graduated with that degree. And you learning all this stuff, how to do all this shit in the studio and
Hmm.
all, all this crazy stuff. And then you fast forward not even like 10 years from that, and all that shit that I was doing in this giant recording studio, now I've like I can literally do right here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, I
with
like
plugins.
right with plugins. I literally like I learned how to mix on an SSL console. Well, guess what? I've got an SSL USB interface now that I record
Yeah.
with.
Right.
Like it's just that the technology has made it so easy for everyone to like
Yeah.
Yo,
do.
not to sideline. Is that a Tom DeLonge Starcaster behind you?
You
He
better.
brings it up every episode
I bring it up
anyway.
every. I bring it. It
Do
is.
you?
Yep.
Oh my
It
God,
is. Yep. I
dude.
was
He's
That
one of
thing is
the.
ridiculous.
sweet.
I was one of the first people that got it from Sweetwater actually because my rep I had hit him up and I'd heard the rumors that it was getting released. There was no official release announcement yet, but I heard the rumors about it. So I hit him up. He's like, I can't confirm it, but also yes.
Oh man,
I
that thing's
I love it.
sweet.
It's a great guitar. Honestly, it plays like butter. It sounds great.
I
It's
had
yeah,
I
it's great.
had at one point in time I had the original Seafoam Green
Oh, the
Tom
telly.
DeLonge.
Yep.
The yeah,
Yep.
the telly.
Back with the Invader pickups. Yeah.
Yeah. I loved it. It was
Yeah.
the best.
No,
There's definitely videos of me with that
I had to get the
guitar
pink
somewhere.
one too. You know, like had to go with the
Yeah.
pink. I like
I follow this Instagram page and it just goes over the guitars that Tom and Mike had.
yeah.
And dude, I don't know. I know the Adam song. I'm not sure what other songs, but Tom played a baritone for a lot of Blink songs.
He actually played on the records. He played a lot of Gibsons. He didn't play a lot
Yeah.
of Fender
Hmm.
on the records.
Hmm.
But they would do different like weird things with tunings like on Untitled like he
Well, Untitled,
yeah he was playing with
everything's out
like
the door for
he was
that.
playing with like a D standard a drop I think it was like a drop D standard like guitar that he had like a capo on like Feeling This was recorded like with a capo and like just really weird stuff and I think it was all it wasn't to make it easier to play it was because he was such a tone nut him and Jerry Finn were like so like big on tone that like they would do these weird things like yeah I could play this song in E standard just fine but how about we drop let's drop the guitar like a whole step and then capo it and see if that sounds different and then they ended up doing it just
This is weird.
very
Yeah, so
very underrated in my opinion in terms of like I mean like
songwriting for
yeah
sure.
the songwriting and just tone and all that I mean everyone thinks of Blink-182 as like the pee poo poo pop punk band but like incredibly talented like I mean
Yeah.
like just like so creative and like just
Hmm.
the pursuit of tone that those guys always have I love like I'm a tone nut
So you guys both seem to be heavily influenced by Blink. What's your thought on Boxcar?
love it
Oh, Boxcar is great.
Yeah.
Boxcar is great yeah I actually
It's
just
the
finished up
Do you think that
it
should
is
have been their next record?
it kind of was because on well I shouldn't say it kind of was but on the new record One More Time
yeah.
uh the song
It does have
the
yeah.
song Terrified was a Boxcar Racer song that Tom and Travis had written for that record back then
Right.
but
Really?
it sat on a hard drive this entire time and when they got together to do One More Time Tom was like could we maybe do this and so they took that song and made it a Blink song but um
Now,
I always thought for how good Boxcar was, like there's no way that Mark wasn't salty about that
Oh, I
record.
he
actually,
was. He was very, very salty
I
about
just
it.
finished up Mark's
Yeah.
book, his
Yeah.
autobiography, and like hearing him talk about that, like, yeah, he
Yeah.
was salty because
He was very
he was
yeah.
very like Tom's thing was Tom wanted to see if he could make it on his own. Mark
Hmm.
was like left out because Tom took Travis along for the ride, but not Mark. He didn't want it to be like
Right.
another Blink-182 project. So Mark
Yeah.
was kind of like, well, what the fuck? And I mean,
Yeah.
Tom wasn't trying to piss anyone off, but it was yeah, that was Boxcar Racer was kind of the start of like I feel like Tom constantly quitting the band and just like not,
Yeah.
you know, trying to prove to himself that he could make it on his own without Blink, you know.
So, and now, in terms of Blink, yeah, I mean, it is well documented. My thoughts on Blink. I I definitely don't think Boxcar should have been their next uh iteration because I also don't love on the Untitled album like everybody else does. Like I think it's a good album, but I Dude Ranch is my favorite. And then like I love the, Take Off Your Pants and Jacket and, Enema of the State. I love those albums. I do think it got worse from there.
Sure.
But that's just me. I still like it.
Yeah.
I still love it. I still
Yeah.
love Blink 182. I think Untitled is great. I think their newest album is better than Untitled, but that's also a personal opinion.
Right.
Right.
I mean,
I always looked
I'm
at
kind of with you. I mean, I
I
think
miss their I missed
Enema
their pop
Enema is
punk,
my
you know.
favorite record, followed by Take Off Your Pants, and then Untitled.
dude,
Yeah.
my favorite Blink record is is so unsatisfying, but to me it's the best thing that they ever put out is the Mark Tom and Travis show.
Dude, it's so good.
It's great.
I love it. I
When
listen
I
to that
when
record
I
all the
listen
time still.
when I listen to the official versions of the songs, I'm like, these are way too slow.
I know.
It
Yeah.
needs to be
My
fast.
my
But
But
that
no,
also
I always
that also had one of my favorite songs at the end,
Man
Man
Overboard.
Overboard. I fucking
Yep.
love
yeah.
Man Overboard.
Great song.
I always looked at the Boxcar though is kind of like I compare it to like Rancid's Black album, I guess. So Rancid put out an album that was just like darker and heavier than a lot of the punk and ska influenced stuff that they were putting out, and they just like put it out, and they're just
Yeah.
like, yeah, we do this too,
Right.
and to me is like one of my favorites. But like Boxcar to me it was just much. I don't know, man. There's something about it that to me was better than Blink at the
Mhm.
time, and
It's a
but
great
it's not the
fucking album.
same.
Yeah.
It's not the
It's
same. It's not Blink.
no.
Right. Well,
And it
well, of course,
needs to
it's
needed to
not Blink
not be
because
Blink.
Mark wasn't really involved. I mean,
Right.
Mark did guest vocals on a song, I think. Right.
I thought that was
But
so weird.
Yeah.
but that
Oh,
was
that's
kind of
so
like
weird.
even
That was kind of Tom extending a great like the olive branch to kind of trying to make up for like not involving him from the start. Because originally, when Tom started Boxcar Racer, what he had told the guys was like, "Yeah, I've got these acoustic demos I want to kind of mess with, and it's like a
and it
little
probably
acoustic,
was that
yeah, like
at
acoustic
first.
songs like I want to release." And then all of a sudden he's got a full band, he's got a tour, he's got a record. And then Mark was like, what the fuck?
Oh God, dude. I would have
um
been so pissed.
yeah, what I noticed was Tom's post Boxcar Racer writing style had changed. He started
Yeah.
using you heard a lot of it on pretty much every record after it, just a very specific uh style of writing, you
Yeah.
know. Um so
Yeah, but I mean, Boxcar is fucking excellent though. Like it's so good. It is by far the best of uh it's by far the best of the side projects,
Oh yeah.
right,
Yeah.
I
That's
think.
easy.
Like for sure. But
100%.
let's move back. Let's move back
Sorry.
to to you. So we got one more quick question before we move to our and take a quick break here. If you could give our listeners a piece of advice that you know now that you wish you knew when you were first starting out your musical journey, like little youngster Anthony, what would you tell him? What would that be?
Um, to not be afraid to put yourself out there because a lot of this is scary, and then especially getting on stage for the first time is really scary. But just like when you post something online, when you get the positive feedback, when you get it in person too, it actually means a lot more. So for youngsters that want to start making music and they want music to be a part of their life, practice your craft. Get as good as you can. Learn your scales. Like, don't be like me. Actually, know how to play the guitar. And
You
then
keep
just
fucking saying that. Shut up.
Right.
bro. Bro, anyway, so yeah, learn like master your craft and then just put it out there. If you like it, somebody's gonna hit you up and then want to be a part of your thing. Just don't be afraid to put yourself out there.
Hell yeah. Can't agree
Sick.
more. It's truer words never said. Just put your shit out there. Don't be scared. I mean, it's okay to be scared, but don't be too scared.
Yeah, and
Right.
it doesn't have to be perfect, man. Just put it out. Just
Yeah.
put it out.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Put it
Just
out.
do it. Just do it.
Nike, just do it.
Just do it.
Not
Just
sponsored.
put it out.
All right. With that, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back with our next segment. How's it going, everybody? It's Patrick with Unsigned Pop Punk, and we partnered with GFUEL. And let me tell you, there's no more pop punk drink on the market right now. I don't care what you used to drink at. GFUEL keeps you energized, focused, and hydrated. I just picked up my favorite flavor, Blue Ice. If you go to gfuel.com right now and use code UNSIGNEDPOPPUNK, you're going to save 20% off your entire order. This tub I have is only $35.99. Now that may seem like a lot, but it's got 40 frickin' servings, which if you think about it in can form, is like 89 cents a can. And they're always dropping new flavors and collabs with some of your favorite animes, video games, and movies. Head over to gfuel.com and check it out for yourself. Let us know what your favorite flavor is. And once again, don't forget to use our code UNSIGNEDPOPPUNK at checkout to save 20% off your whole order.
All right, welcome back, you guys. Thank you for sticking around. We're about to hop into our food for thought segment where we talk about, you guessed it, food. So you've moved a lot in the past few years. If someone could only experience one meal from each city to understand what living there felt like, what would you serve them?
Oh, so Atlanta, I'd have to say there's a Mexican spot called El Tesoro in kind of near East Atlanta Village, and they have something called a malita, and their tamales are really good. I'm not sure if that represents Atlanta, but that's to me that's like the best thing in Atlanta.
I love that.
So I'd say El Tesoro, the malita, and the tamales from there. I lived in Virginia,
Yeah.
and Virginia's beautiful. But I would say that what represents Virginia is the fried chicken at the Crossroads convenience corner store.
Which
Is
is
like
kind of funny. What I would feel like,
it would be opposite.
fried, yeah, we're like fried chicken, right? Should that be in Hotlanta?
Man, you would think with as many chicken bones as you find in every single parking lot in Atlanta, you'd think it would be fried chicken. But no, dude, it's oh, did we lose Pat?
No, I'm here.
He's green.
Someone's calling me. It's fine.
Oh,
It's fine.
I love the boy. It's just
I'll be
the
back.
voice.
I'll be back. I'll be back. But you can just keep going. We're good.
Yeah, so El Tesoro Mexican from Atlanta, the Crossroads fried chicken from Virginia, and that's kind of near Charlottesville.
Sure.
In Idaho, I love everything about Idaho. I think it's one of the most incredible places. It's like the best kept secret, so don't move here. But the food out here is absolutely awful. And it's a super, super bummer. But I would say the Maverick gas stations have the best burritos and the best
Yeah.
pizza.
Is
Dude,
that kind of like the equivalent of like a Quick Trip or
it's better.
Yeah,
It's better than Quick
really?
Trip. Yeah, I grew up with Quick Trip. It's better than Wawa. It's better
Okay.
than Quick Trip.
Okay.
It's not on the level of Bucky's.
Okay.
There he is. But it's not as like kitsch as Bucky's either. It's
Sure.
like it's Idaho has terrible pizza, which is an absolute bummer. So the best pizza to get is like Domino's and
What is
like the Maverick.
What is happening to my camera?
At least
don't know.
we can hear you, man. Audio is
It is.
is the most important component of all this. So you're
Give
good.
me a minute here. Well, you guys keep going.
Yeah, we'll
You
keep
guys
going.
keep
We'll keep going. Yeah, we got this.
When he talks, his screen is frozen, so it just keeps showing up full screen of his hand stuck to his face.
Hi, Pat. This is what it looks like to be Pat for the podcast, everyone.
Oh man.
We got a mouse here. We gotta get you a desk mat, Pat. What are you fucking raw dogging your mouse on your wood
that's
table?
rough looking.
Come on, bud.
You gotta get him a ceiling.
So I was gonna say, so you said the burritos at what was the name of the place?
It's called Maverick.
Maverick.
And
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
Maverick's got like the best, man. They really do have the best food, and they have like there'll be like 6 or 7 different burritos that you can just grab and go.
No shit. So it's kind of like
Yeah.
it's like a gas station convenience
Yeah, oh yeah.
store.
It's a gas station, but
Yeah.
it's to me it's a daily
I was
destination.
gonna say, like, I mean, I frequent Quick Trip. I live in Wisconsin, right? But
Yep.
like the fact that you said they have multiple burritos you can choose from,
Oh
that
yeah.
right there for me is like that's a selling point because
Dude,
Oh, yeah.
I'm a burrito guy. I love my
let
burritos.
me let me complain to Quick Trip if they're listening right now.
Sure, please do.
Um Quick Trip years ago used to have a breakfast pocket called a hotzi. And it was square and it was like a quesadilla and it had like 2 pieces of sausages and an egg and like queso in it that they discontinued. And
No shit.
I've tried to make it myself. It's not the same and I miss it.
Was it? It sounds almost like it was kind of like one of those like I mean, nah, obviously not the same, but those like those breakfast scramblers that you can like get like at the store and like put in your toaster.
Yeah,
Kind of like that,
there was
almost
some
like a
there
breakfast
was some
pocket of sorts.
yeah, dude, there was something specific about this one though.
Yeah, dude, that sounds so good.
And the cheese was like molten lava that would
Oh,
just
that's the
burn
best.
my chin and stick in my beard for the rest of the day, but
Right. Just
it
keeps
was
reminding
good.
you about how good it was. Like you've
Yeah.
got the scars to prove it.
I love me some
Cheese
Quick
scars.
Trip food.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Just Quick Trip
I
food
thought you
in
were gonna say
general.
cheese scars.
Cheese scars.
Cheese
Oh,
scars.
cheese scars.
Yeah. Let's see. So this is our cringe question, if you will.
Oh Lord.
Um, what's one food that's mostly okay but gets way too much hype?
Oh my goodness, barbecue.
There it is.
Barbecue. So I like don't get it twisted. I love Carolina barbecue. It's got to be
Sure.
vinegar based, but like the sweet barbecue like that's just it's so overrated.
Like the
It's
thick,
good, but it's
like the sweet, just like
the
yeah, like
sweet baby Ray's
molassesy, like
based. Yeah,
yeah,
dude, I can't do
yeah.
it. I can't do
I
it.
feel yeah. It's just yeah,
That's fair.
it's overdone. You know,
Carolina, nice and vinegary, sometimes spicy. That's where it's at, bro.
we've got a pretty good like brisket place here, and like it's one of those places where if if you get the you get the brisket, you'll have like 4 or 5 different like sauces, like varying like barbecue style sauces to choose from, and they're all so good. It's kind of like what you're saying. It's like the more vinegar based like barbecue sauces, not just like, oh, here's some like candy to dip your food
Yeah,
in.
it's
I'm
just
with you.
brown ketchup.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. I'm with you. I'm with
with
you. Like it
sugar.
just like I anytime I get food, if there's like a burger that has like barbecue sauce on it, immediately it's a no for me. I'm like, I can't
Right.
do it. Like, yeah. No, I think I can get behind that one. Like
Oh yeah.
it's not bad,
It's not
but
bad.
just overrated. Overrated and
Overrated.
overdone, I
Yep.
think is part of the point we're going for there.
That's fair. uh, what is your Taco Bell order?
Oh man. I don't even know what it's called. I feel like every time I'm in a Taco Bell line, I just try to forget it as immediately as possible. It's something with the Fritos it's a burrito with the Fritos in it. With
Oh,
like
the
the
beefy.
red
Well, there was the beefy crunch burrito, but now it's I know what you're talking about. It's got like, yeah, it's got the Fritos in it.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
the beefy crunch and then
yeah,
Yeah,
like
I think
and
beefy.
yeah,
then
yeah.
and then I think there's like a cantina chicken on like what used to be the dollar menu, but now is
Yeah,
like the two something menu.
yep.
So it's as many of those that will get me to not think about food for the next 6 hours. So
Oh
That
yeah,
works. I'm a big fan of those cantina chicken soft tacos. One of my like
dude.
go-to
yeah,
orders.
you just
If I'm
put
if
them
I'm
down, dude.
if I'm trying to be like
Everything Taco
health,
Bell is
if I'm
so
trying to be
good though.
healthy, I'll get 3 of those soft tacos. No cabbage. Get that fucking shit off my tacos. Like I don't care. Like the cantina menu is great. Get that cabbage shit the fuck out of here. It does not belong on my tacos. But I'll get those, and then I'll do like a side of rice and a side of like pintos and something or other.
They do sides of rice.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Ah,
Yep.
I'm in and
So
out, man. I'm just like, and then I'll get addicted to where I'll just be like, it'll be every day for a week where I'm going and getting like the same thing every day.
I mean, No, I say there's nothing wrong with that, but there probably is. It is fast
There's
food.
worse. There's
There is
worse.
worse. There is much worse. It's a lot easier. It's easier to eat healthier at Taco Bell than it is at some other places. So I will give them that.
Yeah.
So, um, oh, Pat is going to be rejoining us, so I will take the reins from here. Last question for our food for thought segment is: if mostly okay was a potato, what kind of potato would you be?
Oh man. I'd be the hash browns from Waffle House.
Hash browns from Waffle House, yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys have Waffle House up there?
I don't. Pat might, but I do not. We don't have a waffle. Well, at least not near me. I think when I lived in Madison, I thought there was a Waffle House down the road from me, but I don't live there anymore. So,
Yeah. In
um,
Georgia, you had more Waffle Houses per square mile than anywhere else on the planet.
no shit.
So there'll be major roads where there's a Waffle House on the right and a Waffle House on the left,
No
like
kidding.
just looking at each other. Yeah. Waffle House hash browns. If I had to be a potato, that's
Okay.
that's the one I'd pick.
So explain this to me because, like, to me, obviously, I know they're not the same. But what's the difference between IHOP and a Waffle House? Are they similar? Like
So
adjacent?
so no, they're I wouldn't even say they're similar, man. So IHOP is somewhere where you take the extended family. You have, like maybe it's a table for 8 or 9 or 10, and you go and you enjoy pancakes and all different types of syrup and whatever.
Sure.
Waffle House is where you go with your homies. It's where you go like with it's just gritty, dude.
Okay.
There's something gritty. There's nothing wholesome about Waffle House all the
Good.
time. Waffle House's food is exponentially better than IHOP though. It's
Yeah.
not even
Is
close. It's
food
not even
wise, is it
close.
more adjacent to like a Denny's or a Perkins then?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
It's similar to Denny's.
Okay. I always just assumed, based on the name, that it was like gonna be like an IHOP, just more, waffle
If
centric. But
No, dude, actually
okay.
nobody gets a waffle when they go to Waffle House.
No shit.
No,
No, they just
nobody.
get beat up.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
like
see, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, especially the ones in Atlanta, bro. Yeah,
they
you don't
just
get a
get beat
waffle.
up.
You don't get a waffle when you go to Waffle House. Maybe if they have the butterscotch waffle, you might get that. But I get the the Texas toast melt, which is just bacon, egg, and cheese on toast,
I mean,
and then as much
Waffle House is
hash
fucking
browns.
real good though.
I love
Holy
it.
shit, it's so good.
Love it.
I just looked
It's
it up. There are no Waffle House restaurants in Wisconsin.
no,
So
Well, if you're on a
no.
road trip and you pass one, you got to stop.
It's
we definitely
it's
did have
definitely
one in Madison when I lived there, but I'm guessing they closed it down because
it's
yeah,
it's possible. It's
yeah,
possible.
yeah. So we have wrapped up with our food for thought. Pat, would you like to bring us into rapid fire?
Oh, I'd love to.
Oh, I bet you
So,
would.
uh, sorry, I had to dip for a
I
second
was gonna say,
there.
we all good.
Thought it was maybe an emergency. Turned out not to be an emergency.
Good.
Hey, you know
So,
what?
which is
when
fucking great,
when you get
guys.
when you know when you get to our age, right? You gotta listen. Like
Right,
we're at the point now where we need to
right.
be listening to our bodies a little bit more.
No, it wasn't that kind of
Oh,
emergency.
Yo,
Like,
that's what
I
I
thought,
thought.
I
what?
thought you were about to shit your pants or something,
No, no,
dude.
no.
So
I
okay,
thought it was
okay.
a real life emergency. It's just
Oh,
like
okay,
I had got
okay.
like I was getting speaking of rapid fire, I
Rap.
was getting rapid fire calls from my dad,
Okay,
and so I was like, geez, he never calls me, and for him to call me like 5 times in a fucking row,
right,
so
right.
was concerned for a second. Ends up, he was just very caring and was concerned because I was looking for skulls for my yard for our Halloween decorations, and he was wondering if I was still looking for some. So, um, I am still looking for some. So, but
Well,
now I
son,
don't. Now it's
it turns out I have a collection.
turns out he's got some. So, or found some. One of the two. So either way, I'm set up. But with that, it's time for the rapid fire question segment.
Friendships will be tested. Rapid fire questions.
Here, it's easy. You're going to speak from the heart. You're going to
Okay.
shoot from the hip. Whatever the first thing that pops into your head, even if it's not one of the two options that I present to you, you just speak your truth.
All right. I'm getting
You
nervous
ready?
now. Let's do it.
All right. Liquid Death or LaCroix?
LaCroix.
Nice.
All right.
Good choice.
Well, only because Liquid Death claims to be the death of plastic when the aluminum can is lined with plastic.
Oh, shit. Really?
Oops.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, every aluminum can that you drink out of has a plastic liner, and their whole and like I'm sure a Liquid Death can, it's no different than any other can. It has plastic in it.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
mean, it's probably
LaCroix
less-
based on that.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
This one seems to be the controversial one lately. Spotify or Apple Music?
YouTube Music.
All right, fair enough.
Nice. Nice.
I feel like that's
I
like
had
the
that for a while, actually.
I was
in
gonna
the
say, I feel like
beginning.
that's the second time we've heard that on the podcast or something. Yeah, YouTube. And
Yeah,
I get it.
Spotify ain't it, Apple ain't it, and I've had YouTube Music when it was called like Google Play.
Yep, I remember that.
And then
Yep.
I have YouTube Premium, so it just makes sense. And anytime I've
Sure.
ever tried to use Spotify, I'm just like, please get this off my phone.
Fair. That's fair.
Yep.
South Park or Family Guy?
South Park.
Hell yeah.
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 So-
Yeah.
Both are great, but South
Yeah.
Park.
South Park's always good.
American
Always.
Dad over all of it, but yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
American Dad is hilarious.
Yeah.
Honestly, over Family Guy, maybe a hot take, the Cleveland Show. I think the Cleveland Show is
That's a hot take.
such a
That's a hot
funny show, man. I think it's so funny. I love it.
Yeah, I'm Team South Park all the way. Like
Yeah.
no question whatsoever. South Park all the way. Like I love Seth MacFarlane. I think he's fucking hilarious. But I mean, I will never say in any respect that like South Park is not as good of a show as Family Guy.
No,
It's just
after
it's so
South
good.
Park kind of exposed Family Guy for their shtick, I can't unsee
Right,
it or unhear
right.
it.
Yeah,
You
Yep,
know, like,
yep.
oh, that's almost as bad as the time as, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh wow, every joke is set up like that.
yeah,
Every joke.
yeah,
Every
Every
joke.
joke.
Which is fine because it's
Yeah.
funny,
right,
but every joke.
right. MySpace or TikTok?
MySpace.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah,
That's not even
MySpace.
close,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
I only get on TikTok to post, and then like in 2 days I'll be like, oh yeah, let me check my comments and stuff, and that's it. Like I can't. MySpace, it will never experience the peak of social media again like we experienced in MySpace.
I agree. I got rid of my TikTok like a year and a half ago, and I haven't touched it since. And I still like long for the old days of MySpace and who's going on the top 8. My band actually, I played a pop punk and emo cover band, and our official website is literally a MySpace page. Like it's like laid
Hey.
out to look like a MySpace, complete with like the top 8 and everything.
That's dope, dude. That's tight.
Yeah, we make it for us, but like it's so nostalgic. Like you just see it and like
I used to do the HTML and get my backgrounds and my text
Oh, yeah.
to look a
Get
certain
all
way and
fancy
everything.
looking.
yep.
Hell yeah. All right, keeping it old school. Drive-through records or fueled by ramen?
Drive through.
Yeah, I
That's an
agree.
easy one.
Well, I figured it would be easy because you brought up Newfound Glory. We
And
talked for
starting line.
starting line for
Yep.
a length.
Yep.
I figured.
Yep. Beanies or snapbacks?
Trucker hats.
Fair enough.
It was all beanies or snapbacks for a while, but it's becoming beanie season now. So
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
getting cold, getting chilly. This is one of my favorite ones. Darth Vader or Lord Voldemort?
Oh gosh. I would say Voldemort, but I wouldn't pick either. I don't have anything to supplement it. I'd say
No?
Voldemort.
You don't have another like epic villain to swap out with, even if you wanted to.
Oh yeah, Ginny from Forrest Gump. Ginny from Forrest Gump is the most diabolical villain that has ever been written in all cinema history. There is nothing that is closer than Jenny from Forrest Gump. There's no monster. There's no serial killer.
Right.
That is
Jenny.
it.
She's the most
She's
the
the
most
real Jenny
real.
from
She's
the block
the
right
most
there.
real too.
Yeah.
Good one.
that might be my favorite answer.
one. Good
Like, just you're so on it too. Like, oh, my favorite villain, yeah, Jenny Forrest
Villain?
Gump.
Oh,
Clearly.
you beat
Yeah,
Jenny.
yeah, obvious, yeah, duh.
Yeah.
Clearly.
I've thought about this before, and it's just when you list on paper what it is that she put Forrest through, you're like, this is such an evil piece of shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
And then to top it all off, not only does she just string him along emotionally, Lord knows he's, it's Forrest, something's
Right.
going on with him.
Yeah.
She knows he's in love with her, and then after her prime years, she finally gets with him, gives him AIDS, gives his kid AIDS, and then dies. What
Yep.
a bitch.
Right.
What a bitch.
especially, knowing that, you know, he is handicapped.
Yes,
She's
that's what I'm
right.
saying.
She's
Right.
well known this. Her
Dude,
whole life.
the more you think about it, the more you're like, wow,
Right.
what a terrible person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
She's
that was
definitely-
written. That was written that way. That's what's
Right.
crazy about it.
Yep.
She's definitely a poopy butthead.
Vader was just trying to do the right thing in his mind.
He was just trying to get with his son. He's
Just
trying to be closer to his son.
Trying to bring his son home.
Right.
That's it, dude.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Trying to bring his son home. No, I am your father. Come back home, buddy.
Yeah, come on,
Yeah,
man.
Love you.
exactly.
Come on, man. It's me, Daddy.
Yeah, it's me, Dad. It's me, your daddy. It's me, Big
Oh,
Daddy
boy.
V.
This is why I shouldn't be allowed on podcasts.
Big Daddy B.
Okay, last one. Green Day or Blink 182?
Blink.
Fuck
I'd
yeah.
say Blink long term, Green Day for Dookie and Nimrod. Like if Green Day would have stopped at Nimrod, I would say Green Day, but what they evolved into and then what Blink evolved into, I'd say Blink.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's
I
fair.
will
That's
say I
fair.
think Warning is their most underrated record.
Totally.
Green
I
Day?
love
Which one is
Warning.
that?
Warning was the one right after Nimrod. There was one between Nimrod and American Idiot. It was the one that had Warning, Waiting, Minority, Macy's Day Parade.
Oh yeah.
That
Yeah,
record,
Me.
that's probably my favorite Green Day record. And I
It's
think
really good.
I think it's very underrated. It didn't do well at the time. And listening to like Mark Hoppus's book about like how like them touring together at the time and how like they were kind of like trying to one up each other. Blink was overtaking them big time at that time, but then they turned around and came back with one of the biggest pop punk records of all time, which was American Idiot.
Which to me, and this is personal, which to me was such a shame, that record.
You didn't like American Idiot?
No.
I think it's good, but
American Idiot
It's-
was my cutoff point. After that I couldn't get into much after that. I felt like they kept trying to like match that high that they had from American Idiot just in a non-concept record area.
And to be honest, they've probably made more money on Wake Me Up When September Ends than anything that they. But here's the thing: when you're shopping in Marshalls, and it doesn't matter what season it is, and you hear "Wake Me Up in September," like when September ends, are you really listening to Green Day from the '90s?
Right.
You're not.
No.
yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah,
Like
no.
I enjoy that record. It's in my top 5, but it's number 5. Like
For Green Day records, you mean?
yeah, for Green
Yeah.
Day records.
Yeah.
It's number 5 of my top 5 Green Day records. Maybe
Well, that's
I
just
think-
because you had a top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like, and I think it hit top 5.
Yeah.
From what I remember from my ranked series, I think it's number 5.
Yeah.
Dude, honestly, if the option was Sum 41 or Green Day, I'd pick Sum 41.
Ooh, yeah. Sum 41 is fantastic. I love Sum
Dude,
41.
Sum 41's also really good though.
Very
That's
good.
tough.
Yep.
They're super good.
Yep. The
So-
last record they did.
They kept
So
putting
good.
out. Did you see? I know we're supposed to be wrapping it up, but real quick, did you see when what's the dude's name? Derek,
Yeah.
the singer.
Yeah.
When Derek did did vocals for a concert for Linkin Park.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
Awesome.
thought
Dude,
I
when
thought he
Lincoln,
was going to be the new
Phenomenal.
singer.
I was,
I know.
I was 100% because Sum 41 was breaking up. They're doing their farewell
Yep.
tour.
Mhm.
Lincoln Park was about to announce a new singer. I was like, I'm like, what if it's
Personally-
Derek? Because he's saying
Personally,
he
I think they
did-
dropped the ball. I personally think Linkin
Yeah.
Park dropped the ball on that.
I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah.
They had,
she's good, but
Mhm.
it's just not it. It's
but
just
they
not
also on people's minds, they had Derek Whibley, and they also had Bonnie from Stand Atlantic. Like,
there's also another guy who I
Yeah.
forgot his name. He was the current singer for Saliva, but he had been doing like a lot of like Linkin
Dude.
Park vocal covers, and he
I-
was spot on. And like, I think Derek would have been a great option. I don't know if he would have had like the same like not momentum. What's the word I'm looking for?
I
I
don't
don't know.
Moxie.
What was that?
Moxie.
Sure.
Moxie.
Yeah, I think he would have been great on the record. I just don't know how well live that would have translated.
Sure.
You know,
I think
I know what you're talking
I think
about.
Bonnie
I think it
would
was
have killed
faint.
it though.
It was faint that they covered, right?
Mm.
Where like
Yeah, I think so.
where Derek saying faint with like, oh no, they covered Linkin Park, and then Mike Shinoda came out with that. Was that the one that you're talking about?
Dude, I can't even remember. I
Yeah.
just saw
yeah,
him singing
I
Linkin
think
Park
that's what
live.
it
But it was
I
so
think-
good.
Yeah.
It was,
It
so
was
good.
so good.
Yeah,
So good.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
fucking love
Yeah.
Sum 41. I'm
once
with you
again,
there.
I still think Bonnie should have taken it
From-
from Stan Atlantic.
Yeah.
I think she would have been top tier
Well,
tier choice.
I mean, you've heard their crawling cover, right?
Yeah.
It's fucking fantastic.
I've
Yeah,
never
it's
even
great.
heard of Stand Atlantic.
Oh,
I don't know
they're
what that
very
is.
good.
they're like a more like a current pop punk artist that's like kicking, and they had tried her out as far as I know, but
Oh yeah, I didn't know that.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, super cool. All right,
Yeah, but
Super
but
neat.
thinking of super neat things. That's it. Well, I mean, it's not super neat that we're ending, but it was super
Right.
neat that we're here.
This was a super neat time. Like everything was just super neat.
But Anthony, you did it. You finished the
Yeah, man.
podcast. Now's your chance. Let everybody know what you got going on, where they can find you, and what's next for you.
Yeah, man. You can just type in mostly okay, OKAY on any social media platform. You'll be able to find me. Watch my music videos on YouTube, and just send me a message. Come hang out.
Let's hang out. Let's be friends. Friends
Let's
forever.
be friends. I respond to a lot of messages so long as they're not weird.
Yeah, but you know, maybe make them weird just to see what
Sometimes if
happens.
they're weird, he'll still message
Yeah.
back. You never know. It depends on the how weird.
right. The different tiers of weird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
there's
when you go through the message requests, and it's like when it's just like a weird statement. It's like it's not a question. It's not like because the typical message is like, "Yo, this is awesome. I like what you do," or whatever. And then I'll respond to stuff like that. But then when it's like, "You should do this," and it's like, "Hello,
Hi.
Hi. I should, and I might,
Yeah.
but
Collab
not
with
because you
me.
told me to.
Just open up a
Right.
message, just says the Costco rotisserie chicken. Like what?
Well, he would respond to. I'd be like, "What do you mean about that? You want to give me one? Send me one. I'm in.
yeah."
Let's go. Send me one of them. I'll eat it.
Sign one.
Sign. Do you sign Costco rotisserie chickens? Yes, I do. I do. 100%. I have one here. Do you need me to send it to you? I have one already pre-signed.
I've got a handful waiting to be sent.
Yeah. I have a handful of them waiting to be sent out. But just been waiting for you to ask for it, though.
Jesus
That's the only way they go out.
Oh man.
You have to ask for it personally. Well, shit, man. But that was awesome.
That was a fucking outro.
That's the outro. That's it.
That's it. We're done.
But Anthony, thanks so much for hanging out. Make sure you go check him out. Check out his actual music, not just his cool covers and things that he does. Those are awesome too. But check out his music. That's the passion. All right.
Yeah.
Sure.
Go follow him and follow us if you're not following us too. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. It's been another episode of the Unsigned Pop Punk Podcast. I'll see you all on Monday.
Bye.
Thank you so much for checking out the show. Please hit that like, subscribe, or follow button so you never miss an episode. And thank you to those who already are. Please rate and review the show to help the show be found by new people. And if you're in the position to help us grow, head on over to our website where you can find merch, our Patreon, and other ways that you can help at www.unsignedpoppunk.com. Let us know in the comments who else you'd like to see on the show and what other content you would like to see. Thank you so much for spending your time with us.